Hi everybody, it's Building aka Oki, and I'm doing another how-to video. I just got done doing a how-to video on resetting your moving crate using the layout editor, and I've decided to do a similar video, but it will be using Notepad instead, for those of you that really are allergic to the layout editor. So here we go. If you want to recover a moving crate, because it's gone poof, or the house ate it or whatever, or you just want to get a moving crate to a breakout area and you don't know how to do that, hopefully this will cover all your questions on how to do it. So first off, you can right click on a door, the guild hall or your house door, and pick access. I right clicked actually, and then it pulls up the housing window. You can also do /house in your chat window and it'll pull up the window as well. So what I want to do is I want to back up my house or guild hall before I start. You can name it whatever you want and click OK. And then let's save it again, but let's do it with the name without, or you can call it moving crate or whatever, so you know that's the file that you're actually going to be editing. So you have a backup, you just saved it, and now you're going to do one where you're going to actually touch the file. So click OK, and then we're going to pull up the notepad. So I'm going to do that, and we're going to do File, Open, and then I'm gonna scroll to where my game is installed. So I've installed it on my games drive, and user, public, and then it could say Daybreak Games Company, or it could say something like Sony Online Entertainment, or I forget what it's called. But there are, it just depends upon when you installed the game. If you install it long before it became Daybreak, then your directory will be a little bit different. Then installed games, and then I play both games, PlanetSide 2 and Everquest 2. Click on Everquest 2, then scroll down to saved layouts and go there. And then because there's no extension, I have to like pick this instead of text documents. I have to pick all files, and then it will show every single file. Now I have a ton of dungeons and houses and guild halls saved, so I'm just going to scroll down to my without file. I'm going to open it. Now it is a huge file because I have so many items. I didn't use a blank house because I want you to see that it could be like a massive file, and it looks really complicated. So anyway, I am going to um, show you how to get easily to what you need. So click on Edit and Find, and then type in Moving Crate and do Find Next, and it will go to the record that you're looking for. So this is I think the item number that, like if you have tiles and you have 100 tiles, it's the ID to say what house item it is, and then there will be like a unique ID that tells you that specific ID that this house is using for that specific tile or that specific moving crate. I know we can't have more than one moving crate, but it's the unique ID, so that way it knows which exact item to move in case you have multiple of it. And then it starts with the X coordinate, then the Z coordinate, and the Y coordinate. So those are the third, fourth, and fifth numbers in this comma delimited file. You don't need to understand it that much, but anyway, if you go back to your game and type /loc, it will give you the location of where you're standing, and then you can use that. So wherever you're standing, wherever you want your moving crate, type /loc, and then move a little bit so it doesn't load on top of you. And now we have our X, our Z, and our Y coordinates. So we'll go back to this file where it's moving crate, and then I don't do the first or second number, but I edit the third value, and I type in 668.09, and then I go here and it's a negative number. I'm gonna just use the delete key, and then I'm gonna enter in the Z key or Z coordinate. Notice there's a negative sign and it wrapped down, so be sure to make sure that you don't miss a negative sign due to wrapping, because your chat window is small, or you use a really big font like me because I'm old, or whatever. You have vision problems. So I'm going to type in the file negative 35.90 in the, oops, I have an extra space, in the 1, 2, 3, fourth number, okay? And then the fifth number I change, highlight and delete. I'm going to enter in this other value. Notice I have both my game up and then the notepad smaller. When I do that and I've tabbed to notepad, I can still hover over my chat window without going to the game, so I can still type in the value and see it at the exact times. So I'm going to type in, oops, 1487.47, and then I don't change any of the other things. The next number, just in case you want to know, one's the rotation, one's pitch, one's roll, one's scale, one's is it in the moving crate, yes or no, or true or false. So true, it's in the moving crate, false if it's not. The moving crate can't be in the moving crate, so it's false. And then in parentheses is the name of the item, so you're able to find stuff easier, so it's named moving crate. So I can save the file right now, and have everything in my guild reload, or my house or whatever. If you don't want to do that, you have to be very careful. I will show you how to do it. So this line is for my moving crate, so I'm going to delete everything above it. I'm highlighting it, and I'm just scrolling as fast as I can up to the top, but I'm not deleting everything, so be careful. Yes, I have a ton of stuff, but this is a realistic example, not, working with blank slate kind of situation. So I'm going all the way up, and then, wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. Moving crate must have been near the bottom. Sorry, it's taking a bit of time. So I got to the top. Now we need the top 3 lines. This tells it what house or guild hall it is and the exact unique ID. So these top 3 lines have to stay in, okay? So I'm going to delete what I highlighted. Oh, and yes, the moving crate was at the bottom. So I'm going to delete that blank empty line. So we have the information it needs, the top 3 lines, and then we have just the moving crate line. So I'm going to save the file again. And I didn't change the name or anything, I just did a save. That's just so you only remove the moving crate. If you're scared to delete all those lines, you don't have to, but it will reload everything. So I'm going to go back to my game, and then I'm going to click load, and then I'm going to scroll right back down, and I saved it. I didn't do save as and name it something else. I did save. So it was called without. I'm going to click OK, and bam, there is my moving crate. Hopefully it's not too complicated for you guys to figure out. Just remember, save it as something else, like my guild is subterranean, so name it subterranean, and then name it without, like I did a second time. So you only modify the file without, and you're not touching it. So if you mess everything up, you can just load your subterranean or whatever you name it. So Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next how-to video. Okay. Still going. Why didn't it stop?